humanity. It's June 4, 2018, and this is Mondays with Bev and Paul. And my name's Paul.
And I'm Bev. Good
Hi,
morning.
good morning
Good
to
morning. Oh,
you.
and welcome home.
Welcome home. Is that enough? Have I done enough for a
Wow,
month?
yeah, I don't know about you, but for me it is.
Oh, yep, just got back from Chicago, but boy, we have some nice things to talk
Oh,
about
I
with
know.
that.
I'm
Yeah,
very excited
you
about.
better be.
I am. I try to stay
No
excited.
more sending me away for a while. Yes.
Okay.
Chicago's an interesting airport.
Oh, yeah.
It's huge.
I
So
was
many
gonna
people.
say.
It was the fastest security check I have ever done in any airport.
Really?
Yeah, the lines just went ving, 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 and you don't take anything out of your suitcases. You don't take your shoes off. It just boom, you just go through. I was very
Why isn't
impressed.
everybody else following
I don't
that
know,
example?
but
I
thank
like
thank
that.
you, Chicago.
Oh, man.
So anyhow, our question for the day: where can you practice biotouch?
Hmm.
And this will be really fun. And I thought what we would do is read a little part. We'll just go right into it because some of what I did, and
Yeah.
and we'll read a little part from our manual. It says anyone may become an effective instrument in the process of healing, but should recognize the danger of the ordinary opinions enforced on society.
Isn't that an
Now,
interesting?
right. So
Yeah.
why would that be answering the question, where can we practice biotouch?
Well, my first answer would be because BioTouch is not ordinary.
Right.
It helps. We carry it within us. It's not something you have to go looking for on the outside. So that's one of the things that makes us so unique. So we're able to step out of some of that mindset that we've been, programmed to believe.
Right, and it's like we were saying earlier, biotouch is for humanity. It is humanity, and it's not about we were talking about it's not about where you are to practice biotouch. It's where you're at in the present moment.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where you can practice biotouch.
Right, right. And well, the way things are going anyway, we've all been led to believe that only certain people in our society are authorized, I don't know by
Right.
who or what great power, that they have the juice and they're the ones that can heal us. And that's never been the case. BioTouch is here to remind us once again that it's always been inside of you. You carry it with you, the power to help other people.
Therefore, where can you practice biotouch?
Yeah.
Wherever you are located on the planet. And so let's share a little bit about what happened.
Yeah,
So, first of all,
absolutely.
we want to say congratulations to our lovely certified practitioner.
Kai, oh, she's
Oh,
gorgeous and handsome, Matt. Yes.
it was so wonderful to be there and officiate for this lovely
Oh
couple.
my gosh, what an honor, huh?
And oh, it was an honor. She looked
I
gorgeous. He
know.
looked handsome. We
Yes.
did a very eclectic wedding. We actually had a period of time in the wedding where we talked about the two laws where Christ said, "Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul,
So,
with all thy mind, and love the neighbor as thyself."
yeah.
And
Wow.
and so then I said, well, everybody's here because we just want to practice that oneness.
Yeah.
So turn to one another and shake a hand, hug, and say, I love you.
Oh, wow.
The whole place went crazy.
Wow.
Everybody was hugging and saying, I love you. Matt and Kai turned to
Oh,
all the bridesmen and everybody was, oh, I love you.
look what you
It was so cute.
did.
It was so
Yeah,
cute.
that's awesome.
And it's just that couple with it.
Mm.
Reminded we said there was a royal wedding 2 weeks ago in across the seas,
Uh-huh.
and today we're having another royal wedding.
Royal wedding.
And it really
Perfect.
was. I mean, people had a good
Oh,
time. We're
that's
happy for
wonderful.
them. So she's no longer Kai Milligan for
Right?
folks,
Nope.
CP. She is Kai
Kai
Cox.
Cox. There you
Yes.
go.
So congratulations to
Mr. and
them.
Mrs. Cox. Yep.
And they did some funny photos. So there's she and I
That's
doing our little
crazy.
photo.
Look at that.
And
So let's start with that.
yes,
What happened with Kai and BioTouch?
incredible.
Yeah.
So one of the things she wanted was to do biotouch before the wedding part. So it kept extending in the morning, and then it's getting into afternoon. The wedding's at 4, and her mother came to me and said, you know, Kai's really, she's going crazy here trying to
Uh-huh.
write her vows at the last minute,
Oh,
and very anxious. And finally, it was like 2 o'clock, and she has me come into the wedding room.
the
This
bride's room
that's
is
it, the
what
bride's
the
room, right?
bride's
The
room.
bride's room where
Yeah.
all the bridesmaids
Yep.
are, and everybody's getting ready, and they all have these cute little robes or something. I don't know. They give them in the hotel, and
Oh, right.
on hers it says bride,
Right.
right?
Oh,
And so right there on the bed, everybody's running around getting ready, and the photographers are there taking their pictures. I do the greeting and the headset.
wow.
And she says to the, oh, you need to get a picture of this so we can post it. She immediately, a couple of big sighs.
Mm.
And the interesting thing was her mother said to me, you know, right after you did that work with her, she changed completely. She relaxed, she was calm. So, you know, there you go, all you new brides and grooms, you know.
And seriously, how long did that take you?
Oh gosh, I
Are
wasn't
you
even
kidding?
there. I mean, 2 to 3 minutes,
And you changed your whole day.
the whole thing.
BioTouch changed her day.
She was relaxed, she was present. I mean, and you know, whether or not BioTouch created that opportunity in the church, but she was present. She
Right.
was there. She did her vows, lots of tears, but she was present.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you know, so all you
Wow.
people getting married, you know, it reminds me of once I we were asked to come to a birthday party. This one of our practitioners brought us to her birthday party and set us up in the corner, and we did BioTouch. That was her gift to her family and
Oh,
friends.
how that's nice.
So there's
Yeah,
one
we can get
place
creative.
you can.
Yeah.
So again, we want to congratulate Matt and Kai,
Yes. Yeah.
and we look forward to working with you some more, Kai, when you come back from your
You
honeymoon. They're
bet.
going to Disney World in Florida.
Oh, these kids need to really whoop it up.
All
That
right.
sounds great.
So another great place you can do it. Here is a picture of Larry on his knees after his stroke. So we're going to read Rose. Rose is his wife,
Rose keeps
and
us updated on
yes.
Larry's progress
So
because what? She's been actually doing BioTouch with Larry for a year now.
right.
It started in May where she found us actually I should say March. And just to tell you, Larry had two major strokes, 2008 and 2011. So this is her latest post. It shows a picture of Larry. He was a ceramic tile installer for about 30 years. And what he had to do was level and pour and, all that kind of thing. So she says, even though I haven't posted in a while, Larry continues to make great strides. I do BioTouch about 3 times a week, and I alternate working on his right shoulder, his arm and hand, with his right leg. So Larry has his right leg was severely weakened after the stroke. He has to wear a full leg brace that goes from the top of his thigh to the tips of his toes. Thankfully, the brace enables him to walk but limits the mobility of his toes and ankles. With BioTouch, his leg is getting stronger. Here, he is leveling a 12 by 12 area for us to set up our oversized kiddie pool. It is a 10-foot diameter above ground pool. He was able to get down and up from the ground so quickly, I had trouble catching him on video. P.S. Look at how he is able to support himself with his right arm. So Larry just continues to get better.
Yes.
And, you know, we always say that Rose and Larry, they're our poster couple
Right.
because this is what is possible. Living proof that what we say that can happen with BioTouch is happening.
So where do they practice? In their living room. On the bed, on the chair, it doesn't matter. They don't have to worry about turning the TV off. They could do it before dinner, after dinner. So it's just at home. And she found it just on the internet and just started
Yeah.
doing it before she even learned from us how to
Oh
do
my
it.
gosh. And it's really kind of touching because Larry, and we're saying this all the time, BioTouch is a healing relationship. Larry is the other participant. He asks Rose,
Right.
It's time to do BioTouch. Where's my BioTouch? Isn't it time? So this has been for the both of them, and she has said some amazing things to me. Like for the first time in 10 years, her husband is able to hug her. Okay, don't start crying here because that is touching and it's helped their relationship on many
Yes.
levels.
So
Can't say enough
there you
about
go.
that.
So another place to practice just at home. You don't need a special place.
Nope.
You can even do it here. We're going to have this great little photo just sent to us from Dave, our certified practitioner in
Yeah.
Durango. Han and Martine.
Wow.
They are learning BioTouch from Dave,
Yeah.
and they are at the salon. They're just doing it right there in the chair at the salon in
Hey,
Durango in the
you
mall.
don't need much space to do BioTouch, do you?
No.
You can. It helps us to be creative wherever we are.
And the funny thing is, there's a big glass sliding door, so anybody who walks by would be seeing them
Seeing
do this,
them, they're
right?
like, what are those two guys doing?
Which reminds me of another place we've been trying to think of places we've done it. And I
Mhm.
remember we set up just a table, a chair out here, a booth when we had a fair
Uh-huh.
right here on Pima
Right
Street.
on the street
And we were
almost.
doing BioTouches. People were going to the Harlow Christmas fair.
Yeah.
And we just did it right there with this traffic and each,
Noise going on
yeah.
and people walking by and you guys are out there doing the headset, the neck set, and oh,
And everybody went, wow.
wow.
You know, they get worked on. So family members would come by. I remember this woman brought her son and they sat down and, you know, it inspired people to want to learn it right there
Hmm.
on Pima Street. So,
Yeah,
and
that's
we've done it in the malls.
we've done it in the malls, we've done it in a lot of different
Yeah.
places.
So our
Yeah.
question we're answering is where can you practice BioTouch? All
Hmm.
right. So another one. Chiara, I
Chiara.
met her. So she,
She's another one of our certified
yes,
practitioners in
certified
Indiana.
Indiana, very close to Chicago
Right.
area. So I posted that I was at Kai's wedding, our certified practitioner
Hmm.
in Chicago, and she posts again like, "What the heck? How come you're not seeing me? Why didn't you call me?" Well, I didn't even think about it, you know. So she calls me and says she's working in the bar that is just 20 minutes from where I'm uh, doing this wedding
Yeah.
stuff. So she says, I said, well, I don't know what I'm doing. I said, I don't know if I can get. She said, well, take an Uber down here. It's dead, and I'm working on all the women that are working here. And I'm like, and I didn't get it. You know, I'm like, well, let me see what happens. So anyhow, we get together at that evening, and that's a picture of us at the place where we meet. And she starts telling me how she's doing BioTouch. And I didn't get it because she had told the gals there, oh, the founder's coming to do it. And they got all excited, you
Excited.
know.
Yeah.
And what happens is Chiara works on all the patrons and the gals that work there, and she does all kinds of healing work. So she goes and she does BioTouch, she does her other energetic work, she does a little massage,
Massage.
and she puts this she has this pain oil she puts on him, and that's what she does. That's in a sense her dance.
That's
That's
her.
her dance.
Wow.
And they love it, and she's actually being talked about in all the other bars about how unique this is,
That's
and
crazy.
how the you know all the patrons love it and the gals love it, and so
That's exciting. I mean, but
yes,
this is again a prime example of right where we are. That's where BioTouch can be practiced.
yes,
Right where we are.
yes, you
That's it.
don't need a special place, a special table, a special anything.
No.
It just works, and so thank you, Chara.
Oh,
I mean, you know,
absolutely.
I
What a
can't,
great
you
testimony
know,
to
it's just amazing.
people helping people.
And so about where you happen to be at the moment.
If
So,
something comes up, guess what? You
BioTouch.
actually have something.
So Jenny gets in an auto accident. I'm in Chicago. I get a call from this insurance company, and I thought they were calling for another thing. They said, "Oh, we just wanted to let you know we're calling about the accident Virginia got in." I said, "What accident?" Nobody had come. It
What?
hadn't even been an hour since the accident. So I frantically try to call the daughters who were there, and I get hold of Jamie, her youngest daughter. And the first thing I said, and so they were in ER. I said, "Look, you just need to do BioTouch."
Yeah.
And Jamie goes, "Well, I don't know how to do it," which we're going to put a stop to
Oh, Jamie. Wow.
that. You are coming to our next
How
class.
did you get away with that, Jamie?
So anyhow, I said, you don't need to know it. Jenny your mom will teach you how to do it. And sure enough, um, Jenny just showed her how to do the greeting, how to do a little neck work and a few points on the head. And then the next day, her other daughter, Laura, worked on her at the house.
Who does know
Yeah, who knows? And
biotouch?
they pulled out the manual. The manual's on the
Yeah,
coffee table, and they just looked at the points,
right.
did a little local work on the wrist. It wasn't broken. They thought it was.
Oh,
They told me it was all swollen
it's
out like
lucky.
this.
Yeah.
She did go and was able to get in to see Rhonda too, the
Oh,
chiropractor.
good. Yeah.
But I'll tell you, 2 days later, by the time I came home, there was no swelling, and
Wow.
it was 2 to 3 times the
Oh my
size.
goodness.
And I just have to believe that even these neophytes, who even Jenny had to teach her daughters how to do it, really helped both with the shock,
Oh,
the
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 anxiety that
anxiety,
she's going
right? Because she's
through?
sitting on she doesn't even remember really what happened,
Right.
and just yeah, and so there it is. Biotouch can be
Wow.
done in any
Well,
emergency situation.
and what is amazing to me, but not surprising, Jenny, who was the victim,
Right.
and sitting there going, was able to show her daughter the points to
Yes.
touch with her and immediately be effective. This is again why, but one of the reasons why BioTouch is unique.
Yeah.
I don't know of anything else that can, that's amazing
Yeah.
story. It
Yeah.
really is.
And it reminds me of another time I was with my brother in Hawaii, and we were just leaving this parking lot, and there's this big conference going on, and all of a sudden these people are all gathered around this guy that I can see is laying on the floor and he's having an epileptic attack.
Oh,
So
wow.
we start to drive away, and I just couldn't say,
Gotta go
keep going. I
back.
got to go back. So we went back. I jump into the middle of the circle and I start doing the greeting, and I start to work on his head and neck.
Right.
People are going, "Who are you? Who are you?" And I just wouldn't answer it. Are you a doctor? Are you a
BioTouch
doctor? Yeah,
man.
right. And I started working on him, and of course they had already called 911, so the
Right.
paramedics are on their way. And within minutes, this guy pops up out of the epileptic attack, and he's like, "Whoa,
Wow.
what happened?" And the EMTs just show up, and I back away, and I could hear people saying, "Who was
Who
that
was
guy?
that
Who
guy?
was that masked man?"
Oh, I love it. We're gonna have a cape made for you by
Well, we have
Touch
those smocks
purple.
now that we.
Oh yeah, no. Looks like a meat packing thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, they were
Yeah,
a
it
little
does. Wow.
tight. That was and so that was
Oh, that's
that's
great.
how easy it is to
Yeah.
do anywhere.
But powerful, Paul.
Oh,
I mean, those stories are powerful. It happens. One person touching another person, caring for them.
so we can only encourage you to learn how to do biotouch. And so
Yeah,
we're going to just show
gosh.
you if this is all you can do. It's almost like even with Kai and her anxiety, and I'm sure with Jenny when she was in her shock,
Mm,
just by doing this set of points that we're going to show you, the greeting, we'll start a healing process. We'll bring the harmony of that being with whatever does healing work, whatever that is. We
right.
have no idea.
The body starts to open. It
Yes.
unlocks the
So
body.
here we go. Here's the greeting.
The greeting is always performed at the beginning of each session. It's the only set that uses one hand and the only set that indicates which hand to use. The greeting is performed with the dominant hand. If you are right-handed, use your right hand. If you are left-handed, use your left hand. The greeting is made by touching at point 1, which is in the fleshy area just below the bottom of the breastbone or sternum. Hold this point for 6 to 8 seconds. Then, with the same 2 fingers, touch point 2 on the back. To find point 2, look for the big bone at the base of the neck. From here, move 1 to 1.5 inches to the left. This is point 2. Hold this point for 6 to 8 seconds. More than one associate may work with a recipient provided that all of the associates perform the greeting. If the associate or the recipient leaves the session, or if someone who hasn't done the greeting touches either the recipient or the associate, the greeting must be reestablished. Then the session may proceed.
So the stories go on and on. There's a
Yeah, that
family learning how to do it, and where you can practice BioTouch is anywhere,
anywhere. That's the answer.
anywhere,
Where can you practice BioTouch?
Uh,
Anywhere you are.
and it reminds me of one little other story because it's always great when you're on an airplane and the babies are crying and
Oh, yes.
we've had numerous people who've been able to say to the mother, I know this thing, and if I could just touch your child,
Right.
I think I can help.
Yep.
And immediately the baby would stop crying,
I know.
you
I
know.
know. Yeah, I've
And
heard those stories too.
yeah,
I mean, it's
so it's bringing back the reputation of touch. We don't have to be paranoid. I've done it in formal dinner parties where people are having, allergic reactions to eating the wrong thing,
yeah,
and you get your hand wherever you have. It's like, touch is powerful. BioTouch is powerful.
it is powerful. And I think one of the most powerful things about it is it belongs to all of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we encourage you.
Oh,
JustTouch.com, as you can see up there above our head. Let's see if I
come
can
and
point it.
claim
Yes,
your
look at that.
Oh my goodness, you are
Just
so
like the weather
amazing.
people.
I was just gonna say, ooh,
BioTouch.
there is. You're you're good, I must say.
So it's our green screen, folks. If you have
Yeah.
something you'd like to see on our green screen, send us the picture and we'll put
Oh,
it behind
that
us
would be
because we can
nice.
do all kinds of things. We can
Sure.
even go to the far reaches of the universe.
Oh boy, look at us, shooting
So
stars.
we're going to stop here at this one as we zoom out into the universe. Thank
Yep.
you, Bev, for
Thank you,
another
Paul.
wonderful morning.
And I'm glad you're back.
Yes. And
Yes.
thank you all for joining us.
Oh, have a absolutely glorious week, everyone. Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye.